Hello everyone, it's Sloth here and today we have something special for you. It's an experiment and don't look away, you will like it. I will make sure you like it. So basically we wanted to check if we can hit Mythic from Platinum, like low Platinum I believe, in one day. In one long day of games with one deck, so you don't need to craft any more than one deck. And this was the deck that we've tried. And this full video is our road to Mythic from Platinum. You will see every step. We took the best games that we had so far, and believe me, I had so much material for those games that I will probably make a separate video that just to show you guys all the games, but I took the best ones and they are here. So I'm sure you will like those. It's on also for me because I wanted to be in Mythic in a short amount of time, but it's also for you watching this video. If you want to have Mythic, you can have it today using this deck and doing exactly the same thing. And you know, if you're playing with friends, everyone will see you are the top dog of MTG Arena. So let's get into the deck because that's quite important. Obviously it's mono white aggro, but we have new cards from Kamigawa. So let's go very shortly through the cards because probably you aren't here for the explanation of the cards. Eiganjo, very good. Rarely you suffer from the legendary lands. 2 of them is enough. Cave of the Frost Dragon, essential, you need this. Kyodai, this is something I removed for a moment from the deck, but let me tell you, this is a good card. I think it has hit its role. It helps you against sweepers. You can, for example, save Adeline, because sweeper kills everything at the same moment. So this has, okay, maybe what the card does, 4 mana, Flying Flash. When this comes into play, you choose another permanent, probably creature, and it's indestructible as long as you get this dragon. And it's a 3/3, so decent body. So when the sweeper comes, something is saved and this dies, which is pretty cute. And you can, it has flying, so you can sneak this last damage. I like this card and I was happy with it every time I've drew it pretty much. Wandering Emperor, amazing card. It has anti-synergy with the Thalia because it's 5 mana then, but believe me, it's worth it. It won so many games. It's like a value engine for the full game, so you want it. Other than this, Adeline, the All-Star, we have the Reidane version, so against the black decks with Blood on the Snow, we can ramp the cost for those cards like up to 10 mana. We had the game with 10 mana Blood in the Snow, so yeah, it seems pretty good. You can even go higher. Elite Spellbinder, Reidane and Thalia is +5 mana together. Yeah, that's the deck. It's extremely aggressive. You really need 1-drop and 2-drop. If you have only 3 drops and some removal, you probably want to mulligan. And yeah, about strategies and matchups. Against black, you need to go as fast as possible and hopefully you want Aspirant to start buffing one of the creatures so it survives the Mid-Hook Massacre. Against white-blue control, you need to go as hard as possible and hope they don't fortel the Doomscar. If they fortel, you need to go for the 2 rounds of creatures. And yeah, that's the most matchups. Against other creature decks, you just want to outsmart them. And Brutal Cathar is the key to those matchups. You want to go into day-night cycle as much as possible, and really sometimes it's better to delay yourself 1 turn, because then you keep getting additional removals, and this card won us so many games where we shouldn't have won. So basically that's the deck, and let's go into the games, and I really hope you like it. And let me tell you, I've spent like 10-12 hours just playing this deck over and over and over, and watch until the end. I think it's an epic journey and I wanted to share with you guys. I put a lot of work into doing it, so if you liked it, I really appreciate a like, subscribe, even a short comment. So just tell me if you liked it. I hope you do. I did my best. So thank you, enjoy, and if you want Mythic, you know exactly what to do. Hi there, it's again Sloth, this time from the future. I forgot to mention during the introduction that you might see Skyclave apparitions, and they were in the deck for a moment when I started in Platinum, I believe, and they just are too weak for this deck. We have Brutal Cathar as a removal, and Skyclave Apparition is 3 mana 2/2 if you don't hit any creature or something worthwhile. So against control decks, you just lack the power to kill the enemy in time, and when the sweepers came, it was over. So you basically don't want to overdo it with removal, and Skyclave Apparitions are no more in this deck, and this version is way better. So enjoy the games. If we have Aspirant and 1-drop, we should win. That's pretty much it. Didn't see if we start. Yeah, we start. Cool. Good game. So we need the third land for Adeline, and I think that should close it. So we just need one more land, and we can see the enemy explode. Pretty much. Yeah, Dragon? Yeah, Dragon agrees, you see? He's a mono-red player. What is this? So some kind of land for deck? Or mill? No. Okay, and we got the stuff. So why even bother? Always lucky. What kind of second color they might have? Oh man, I will never miss 1 damage. Why would we ever miss a damage? And 3/2 is pretty good. So enemy wants to get rid of Aspirant, but our Usher is like the big threat right now, so okay. Pretty darn good. Oh, it gets better. So probably next turn some big enchantment, but I think Adeline is just way better overall. Counters. No, you are staying. Oh man, it's so hard when you don't click this one button. So he has good block, but then he gets 4 damage, and that's not exactly where you wanna be, especially with Adeline. But still, I think the correct choice is to block the token and try to build his creatures. So I would assume the second color is white, so they can have all those how many enchantments you control, you get stuff. That's what I bank on at least. And next turn probably Elite Spellbinder, but they have reach. They have usually this 3/3 reach guy with modifications that gives you lands. So we will see. Yep, that's the white. Borrowed time, but who will you? So thanks to our perfect decisions, yeah, he took the Adeline, but then he's still left with the old threat, which kind of suck, and he won't be able to block because of our extra counter on the first turn. So yeah, you are very ambitious, my friend, and I really like applaud this from your side. So I think we still grow the Usher, because this will grow as well, probably every turn. Not sure about this attack, to be honest. And let's Spellbind, because he probably has some good play next turn. Yeah, so probably Catilda was his plan all along. Circle of Confinement, so he will probably do this guy. Then we put the counter, hit him for 4. He's in a bad spot overall. With Catilda, I think, yeah, it's better, because if we kill her, he gets the enchantment, and right now he doesn't have very great plays. Do we go for the Eiganjo? I don't think so. I think it can be extremely useful later. So it's exiled, so for 5 mana, not a great deal, and he cannot even play it. He got a Eiganjo, so maybe he leaves mana open, then we know exactly what we are up for. We might even put counter here, so the card doesn't kill it. Okay, wedding announcement. So he goes for the longer plan and some defensive capabilities. We could go for the shield. It messes a lot of enemies. He messes a lot of enemies, but is it really great? Is it really great? So 3 or less, probably Spellbinder. And next turn he can play Catilda. So what exactly do we want to do? I really don't think we should go for the shield, it's just too defensive overall. You know what? When in doubt, you press the attack button. Because why wouldn't you? Blockers. We can't make a token, but that's fine. What will it be? Okay. Very nice. So we channel this bad boy. It's not like he cannot get it back. I get it. But look at this situation. Empty board against this. And Catilda, he can cast her, but it's not huge. Like, what, 3? 2? Like, 2/2 is not scary at all right now. And he could play it together with Circle of Confinement to buff it, but he needs more mana and he got the tap land, so like we started with the draw that we shouldn't ever lose, really. Let's be honest. That's why it's top deck. Weaver of Harmony. You have woven some harmony into this game. So Spellbinder. And we make double counter on Aspirant, and it's good game, my friend. Because you cannot really... Oh, it's a token job. completely planned. It's just how we roll, you know? Let's make the token, attack. We could think longer, but why would we ever think? Go, go, go. Next game is awaiting. We know how it ends. We do know how it ends. And as a fellow control player, I can feel the pain. 1 damage, and you need to answer 3 creatures. Catilda is better this turn, but not better enough. It's only 4 lifelink, and we can out-damage her by quite a lot. Best block is here, and we are dealing a bit more damage overall, I think. So, yeah, he has... Okay. Actually, we can do it like this. So his perfect block is here. We could make it, like, he has to block this, but he can do it with the token, and probably that's what he wants. He doesn't want to lose her. So I think Aspirant is better overall, especially with Reidane. So if we attack with everything, he trades here. We put token here. So then he trades with Aspirant, then he... No, with the Cathar, then he gets the human. So what, we go... First of all, let's go for the Aspirant, because that's what we will play anyway. And I think we just grow the Usher. Because that's the big creature. So it will be very hard to trade. He wants to block with this guy, so let's give him this block. He doesn't want to double block for sure. And yep. He won't have any kind of big stuff, so let's get a flyer. He doesn't have vigilance so far. So even if he heals, we can just crazily outdamage him. And we have 2 counters a turn. So that's pretty huge, because Reidane can fly for 4 damage on its own. And like against no sweeper decks, you just need to smoke more and more creatures and just go white, and at some point they just cannot address everything. If they go 1 for 1, they lose the tempo usually, and they just cannot answer all the creatures. Catilda is pretty good here. I'm not going to lie, but I think it's not good enough. We need to draw something, probably. But don't worry, we still got it. The only problem is that, other than blocking, he can pretty much negate our attack with Catilda. This is the reason why we taxed it. It's pretty good. And it's legendary, I believe, so he can play the thingy. You know, the big thingy. So, the game plan right now is sneaky. And it's 3, so it doesn't get taxed by Reidane. First of all, let's make some counters. Do we go for ground? Yeah, I think we go for the ground, even though that's the target they want anyway. So if we attack with everything, what's happening? Brutal Cathar dies, And he can even block with this creature. So that's pretty bad for us. Then he heals 6, killing this guy. Yeah, no attacks. So let's go into the nighttime and start getting this crazy Cathar value. And we also get ward first, like, you know, good things. Good things are happening. And he cannot play ward right now. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Problem is when he swings at 7 and we cannot kill him in response. Is it this turn? He thinks it is. Maybe, we'll see, we will see. So 7 damage, he's at 8. He can even target Cathar. So if we attack, yeah, like it doesn't matter. It actually matters that it's better to get hit, so we have more damage next turn. We need Adversary, I think. Then this gets countered, and then we swing for lethal. This will be a factor though. We can double spell. Then we exile Catilda. And honestly, that's probably good enough. What is the alternate plan? We can go for... Okay. 6, 7, 8. But he can kill something. So what? Luminarch Aspirant and Reidane with 2 counters. I think that's the best plan we have. And we get rid of Catilda. Yep, double counter. So here and here, because he cannot block with the Death Touch. And nothing dies to Eiganjo, which he really wants to use this turn, I think. So he blocks 1, the other one hits, he's at 4, and we get rid of his board. And I think that should close the game, so this amazing play by our opening hand that couldn't lose, I think should be enough. Next turn he gets buff for the creatures, but he doesn't have creatures. At this point he's not sure if we can double spell, so this is why we don't show him what we exactly have. Because right now he thinks that maybe he keeps the Catilda for the next turn, and that would be pretty amazing for him. So it's forced block pretty much, he has to block, he doesn't have really any choice. He's thinking a bit too long. Maybe he has another Eiganjo. He has double white, this costs 2 mana, so who knows. And let's go Usher. And I hope it's enough. Especially that we get to rid of the main creature that the enemy had. So even if it comes back, it cannot attack. And if he cannot remove it, and we won't be attacking with Brutal Cathar, they have really no chance. You can also have another one. That's pretty dope. Okay, so if they played this, they cannot remove the creature. Okay, I guess the game goes on then. Oh, joke. I got you. You thought the game will go on, didn't you? Of course we cannot lose with this deck. That's just way too easy. And we are going with the big guy. Smark. No first strike, so we can attack with the Cathar. And we are showing some dominance from the deck that cannot lose with this draw. See, I know you doubted. I know you thought, no, we are going to lose this game. And now you can see it's impossible. We were never in any danger of losing this game. To be real, we got really good top decks and we were pretty close with the guy. Good game though. Well, that's perfect curve. It's funny how often it comes into play with this deck. Like when you are going first, you have like 50% to have perfect curve somehow. That's probably the good side of not playing any creatures. Okay, so the enemy has removal. And the Usher is dead. Pretty unfortunate, but what can you do? Enemy has a very good draw himself. Oh man, and this stuff has ward. which kind of sucks. We cannot really pay it. Fortunately we have first strike, but other than this, not too great. And this will grow very quickly. So the last time I played versus this, enemy had so much warding, because they run plate in this deck as well. So it has ward 1, this has ward 2. So I wasn't really able to afford for the full duration of the game to pay for this ward 2, even with Fateful Absence. So yeah, we will see, we will see. We need some remover for this guy. So return, so it will pump this guy forever for 1 mana. Pretty good. If we attack, what is going to happen? They cannot double block the Thalia. Will he keep replaying it? It's not a bad play by him. And we might not be able to remove it later. But do we really want to try it? Honestly, a hard choice. I think we go for like tempo game at the end step. Alright, so we have some options, but thanks to Thalia and our Antimbo, we cannot play Emperor. So I guess we go for the Skyclave apparition? Yeah, I guess. It's not like he wants to block with this. We cannot target this, so don't be bothered by the highlight. We need to go full aggression this time. And the Wandering Emperor can be very useful for the +1. Yeah. So he will attack, which we don't extremely care for. What is the Stretcher? Why are you attacking with both? What's going on? Is he racing with us? Something is extremely fishy. Maybe he assumed that he won't block with this anyway, but 3-3 to 1 or 2-2? Like, I don't know, it seems pretty darn good. He can do 2 mana removal. Oh, so I think he wants to remove the Skyclave apparition when we decide to attack. And then he gets this guy. No, a 1-1 drop, so... Then he trades with Adversary, and we are left with Thalia. And then we play the Spellbinder. Okay, I think we still go for it. Yep, he has the priority. No reason not to attack with the Skyclave. Yep. So then he trades with the Adversary. We get lifelink, but he's at 11. He's tapped out, and we can get rid of something. Okay, let's see the wording. For as long as this card remains exiled, its owner may play it. So if it returns to hand, it's not like perpetually changed, which kind of sucks for us, but we will tax something else then. So what will we tax? Probably the Stormseeker. Chandra, dress to kill. So give damage, give cards, do nothing. Okay, cool. Stormseeker is like the most value and biggest creature he has. Even if he plays it for 5, it's fine for us. Okay. Interesting choice.
This little candle's gonna set your world on fire.
Yep, some damage to the face. Not exactly sure I'm agreeing with the decision, to be perfectly honest. We really need the land. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so this is pretty dope. We also start the day-night cycle. Smork. We don't care about planewalkers. We care about your face. Always about the face. That's pretty good. But then he cannot play the Stormseeker. Not obviously, I'm not sure what the card is, but it's very important what this card is. He wants to play 2 spells this turn to get back some tempo. This cannot really block, so it's kind of useless. Okay, and that's what he drew. Equipment Ogre. Okay. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, deals combat damage, you might sacrifice it, then draw 3 cards. Okay, that's pretty good. So what exactly are we doing? I think we are buffing with the Emperor. So, Smork. Yeah, we are at 14. He's drawing quite a lot of cards though, but... Haha! Haha! You thought we would go so easily, my friend. No, no, no. Let's go. +1/+1. First strike. 6, and this just got bigger, which might be important. But we probably want to grow it one more time to avoid all the removals. Haste, haste. Yep, that was enough, but that was a very close game. I think that was a good decision to keep this guy not discounted and go for the Reckless Stormseeker. Oh, and that was our promo game. I didn't even notice. I think like we earned it. That was a pretty close game overall. Huh, going second. Nekakanata, our archenemy. I already like the dude, and he's a wanderer in his heart. Like our small little trash panda from the future. Oh man, we can play with both pandas, however it sounds. Does your eyes hurt? Mine don't. Okay, what exactly are we doing with our lives? Hard choice? Hard choice? I think the Aspirant is better choice, because we can start pumping the creature. I would really prefer to pump this guy, but you know, we need to get this damage somehow. And this will grow as well, so it's not like we can easily outpace it as a 1/1. Yep. Yep, this guy is problematic for sure. So what are we doing? I think we might go Reidane or Spellbinder is better probably, because it contributes to the damage and we can mess their plays a bit. We keep Fateful Absence in case he double blocks. Then we destroy both, so sounds pretty good. That's, by the way, that's exactly not how you want to use Initiate. You want to grow it with training, but what can you do? No time for this. I think this is better tax than the Reidane. Oh man, you men are packed. This guy is pretty scary. Is it enchantment? No, a creature. Oh man, this one is good as well. He can play this and Mishiko. That would give counters. This would be 5/5 if he wants. Pretty scary. This guy we can answer with the removal. So I think this is better. If he had one Mishiko, I think I would target it as well, but he has 2 of them, so... Like with 3 mana, it's still not the perfect play. Okay. We need to go through, like we have a lot of damage to do. He's at 15 and he has a lifelinker. So lifelinker with this will be pretty scary. Alright, and he can... How can he play it? Let me think. Oh, that's a combo, I just realized. So you can play them for free. Seems pretty good. And a lifelinker, because why not? Oh man, that was pretty good turn by him. Okay, so we have Brutal Cathar, and that is pretty good as well. So we could remove this guy, and our rune cards. I don't think he has any more, he would play them. Yeah, and we can start pumping. Like, this guy is scary as well. Each of their cards is pretty scary. But I think this is the worst one. Because of the tempo that he gets. And with double initiate we can start destroying enchantments slowly. We can attack here easily, and this one is flyer, so it will be harder for the future. It also buffs the initiate. Yeah, so we can remove a lot of artifacts when we go out of the gas. If we draw land, we can Fateful Absence and remove some enchantment, but probably would prefer some creature. So he pumps this, he lifelinks by a lot. But I think we can remove it next turn and get back to trading. Maybe we even don't play spells. I think it's a good idea. Then we got Brutal Cathar flipped, and next turn we can double spell if we want. So what exactly do we do? It's not enchantment. We attack with this, this and this probably. Yeah, that seems really good. So counter here, it makes everything bigger. Okay, that's the plan. Brutal Cathar. Do we attack with this guy? We could remove this guy, and then it's a safe attack. But this has trample, so we cannot do it really. Yeah, I think those attacks are best overall. He doesn't have like really any good blocks right now. And we get a lot of counters for instant enchantment removal, so I think we get rid of the creature of the Kami. We risk Snakeskill Veil. And this has trample on its own. If he has Snakeskin, I think we are in big trouble. Okay, so enemy thinks that we cannot really kill him easily. Let's give him the opportunity, and we are, if he double spells, and I think he will. Okay. Hexproof won't change anything. Like, if he has the thing, we won't be able to do anything. I want him to buff everything. Otherwise we need to block something else. And look how focused he is to make a big lifelinker. Okay. So he attacks. And we need to kill it and see if he has the thing. He didn't. I think that should be game. Okay. I don't think we remove the counters. We want them as big as possible. So I honestly think that was a very big mistake from the enemy to go like 20-20. You don't need so much HP against even our deck. Well, we have a lot of damage, but he just went all in, and one removal destroyed his game plan. Okay, we have pretty cheap hand. 3 Ushers. Okay, interesting hand. Didn't have this one so far. We see how it plays out. Oh, sure. So this is some kind of gas. Oh man, that's definitely not what we want to see. I think we might boast. I hope he blocks. I really hope he does. If not, we are screwed. And we are. So, do we really Brutal Cathar this? I think we do. I honestly think we do. A bit ridiculous, but what can you do? Shambling Gas, man. Destroyer of Aggro. Such a great card. I think we go all in. Like, if he has mid-hook in top 12, 13 cards, then we probably lose. But if he doesn't, we have a very first shot at this game. I twitch. Add the injury to the insult. It's still better than the Gust, so at least it doesn't rate 2 for 1. And Deadly Dispute is on the table. Okay, double Brutal Cathar, that's something. Okay, bye. We are... if he has Deadly Dispute, he kills one of the Ushers, then blocks the other, but we just don't have any way to go around it. And he will Deadly Dispute anyway. Oh man, they have it. Oh man. And this is the reason why Mono Black is so high right now. It's so hard to... Those are only his 2-drops. It's not his main strategy. Those are just 2-drops. Sorry, 1-drops and two spells. Pretty devastating to us. We should... If we had a bit different draw with more toughness creatures, that would be way better. But a lot of our creatures is 1 toughness, so yeah. Thalia was also an option. We could go for the longer game and just tax him and start trading favorably, but not sure if going against the control with Blood in the Snow, Lolf and things like this is a really great idea. So even if you survive the Mythic Massacre, then what? Okay, that's a good draw. So I think we go like this. First Thalia, this disables anything he can hope for. And now the Aspirant. So I think we buff the Usher, so he can attack every turn. And start working on those HP. So the plan is to try to smork him before he Mythic Massacres. If he has Mythic, he will do it next turn. So if we don't see it, it means he didn't draw it. And if he does, we just fold our hand pretty much. Alright, so good news, he doesn't have the Mythic Massacre. So what exactly are we doing? No, not you, you monster. You freaking monster. Let's go for the Brutal Cathar to get rid of this monster. Enemy doesn't have instant. So what exactly are we doing? This. We are going full, I hope he doesn't have Mythic Massacre mode. And we are making a token. Like we are so all in on this game, it's not even funny. And I'm just praying for his draw not to be the card we cannot handle. It's one of those, I hope he doesn't have it, games. Did he draw it? He has a lot of mana. Like, I mean 6 mana. So Blood in the Snow is on the table and then we concede. But if he doesn't have it, he's conceding because he knows exactly the options. He sees the board and he knows next turn he's dead. So he needs to figure out this turn what can he do to get 1 turn more. I think he didn't draw any sweeper. If he had sweeper he wouldn't think so much. So I think we've got this. We went completely all in and I think that was enough. So what exactly are we doing? Killing the enemy with Fateful Absence, that's for sure. And let's count the damage. So enemy can block. Let's do it. That's what we will do anyway. Yeah, sure. Bye. Bye. Okay, enemy can block 1 creature, and all of our creatures have 2 attack. So, 10 damage, my friend. Smork. Is it enough? Does enemy have some trick up his sleeve? Blocking Brutal Cathar won't do it, my friend. You need something more, and with Thalia, he has 1 mana. So Vanishing Verse does not work. That's it. That's it. We went all in, and we went perfect damage with the enemy. Sure. I will make a token, just to add a bit of power to the board. Yes, take it. Take it. Perfect. Perfect lethal. Not even one damage was wasted this game. Not the perfect curve, we like the one drop, but I must say that I'm starting to be happy when I see this in my hand, which tells a bit about the card, and it's mirror. Okay, so this will be a very important card, and we have... It depends on the enemy draw. So far he's having perfect draw, which sucks for us. So what exactly? I think we really need to keep Aspirant going. Like, we cannot fall behind in the counter game. So we will have one big creature against one big creature, and then we Brutal Cathar it, and hopefully enemy doesn't draw enough Cathars to out-Cathar us. Wow. So far it's literally the perfect draw in every way, so I don't think it's possible to beat it. Not in the mirror, I think, but we will try our best. So the best we can do is start going day-night cycle. It also gets rid of the counters. I think it was better to keep counters on the Usher, because obviously we want to remove the Aspirant. But still, I really don't think it will matter. The enemy had such a best draw. Well, if we can out-Cathar him and he doesn't draw his own. No. Maybe we can outscale him. We have more cards. So, wow. Perfect curve. Perfect place on every turn. Must be nice. I think we still go for the playing land. It's just too important. So yeah, enemy can play the Legion Angel, but then we will switch to night time. So sorry, we cannot. Is it the Initiate or the Usher? Usher. Usher trades way better, but this can threaten the portable core, so I think long term it's better. Smirk. We are at 9. Not sure how this happened, but we are on 9. Even with removing all the Legion Angels and stuff. So I assume he plays another Legion Angel. Oh, of course he has also the Cathar. Why wouldn't he? Sure. Man, like, this draw is nuts. And going first, pretty good. So I think we need to trick something with our Kyodai. It also switches to nighttime, which doesn't really provide us much value with another Cathar. Actually, let's use our brain for once playing this deck. So in case it's night, then it goes to daytime during his turn maybe? No, he will play the Legion Under. So we would have to do it. So it triggers at the start on the enemy turn. So our triggers first. So then, okay, that would be good. No attacks. Let's try. I think then we get to remove his creatures 2 times and he doesn't remove anything. So we might at least try to outsmart him a bit. Interesting play. Sure. So first strike to danger or what?
You'll be safer.
If he goes for Samurai, that's extremely weird play. Not sure if he knows that it has flash. If he played Emperor, he should know what exactly he buffs. Like, really.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Okay. We have some potential. So we could trade for 2 creatures right now. And then we could remove his Brutal Cathar, cleaning the board. I think we have room to win this, but we really need to think about this turn. If I played this, we could also double block this guy. With this, we wouldn't lose our own. But he can first strike this, so we wouldn't trade. But no questions asked, we will play this guy. And we will go for Brutal Cathar, I think, because it will block this guy. Anyway. Maybe we go for the Initiate. Yes, yes. Wow, that's so good. I feel like a pro. Look at this stuff. This has first strike, so it should trigger before this guy dies. Look at this pro plays. We didn't lose anything except the... Okay, whatever. It was good try. It was good try. Okay. So what exactly are we doing? I think we killed the Wandering Emperor. He will +1 then. And he cannot exile tapped creature. Yeah, we cannot buff anything, so let's go. I think, but it's so hard to go for control with all those Legion Angels, but at the same time I cannot believe we will just raise him.
Out. I never give up.
So 1, 2, and honestly 3. Okay, so was I right? No, I was not. I was right. Yes, 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 that was the plan. So the day-night switches at the enemy turn, at the start, like at beginning of his turn. So always triggers from the opponent of the current turn triggers first. So in this situation, enemy doesn't know what happened. So basically, when it's enemy turn, our triggers come fast. So we first remove the creature, and Brutal Cathar is worded this way that if there's no creature on the board, nothing really happens. So if it's removed first, then the trigger doesn't do anything, and suddenly we trade 2 for 1, which is perfect. Perfect. It's still fair game, but so far I think we really outsmarted the enemy that is having some kind of ridiculous godly draw. Okay, so what exactly are we doing? We probably should go for Brutal Cathar and like nighttime and things like this. If we attack with everything, that's not great. We cannot trade very well. So we are going into nighttime. Like, Adeline is such a trouble. She trades perfectly with everything we have. Yeah, I think we just chill out. It sucks, but it will go into night time. So right now we have way worse draw, but we are crawling our way back with day-night mechanics and our superior Cathar count. And if we draw correctly, we can double spell next turn and remove 2 creatures for free, which should ensure our victory. If enemy draws Cathar, that sucks. But you know, what can you do?
We've got the edge in this fight.
And enemy can be really aggressive, unfortunately. He cannot attack with Adeline though. Wow, he just keeps going. Hopefully he might double spell, maybe? Maybe? Can you double spell, please? Yeah, first strike sucks. I think he should attack. And it's... Oh no, it's not a double spell. This sucks. It really does. Oh man, we banked so much on this switching. I could attack with the Aspirant, with the Brute. But then we give up the day-night cycle thing. But pretty much it's force block, but he can double block and then we are fine, because this has only 2 attack. So then we get rid of the Emperor. Okay, I will do it. I hate this play, but I don't think we can just gamble that maybe next turn we draw it, maybe next turn we draw it, or maybe we won't. So right now he needs to give up one of his key cards. Either the Emperor or Adeline or Usher. He cannot go through. Yep, and he gave up the Emperor, so No extra value each turn. And the first strike was a big issue for us. Without the first strike, our brutes are pretty good in this matchup.
I'm not overconfident.
Yeah.
You're just underwhelming.
Must be nice.
My judgment is fine.
Okay, we can still kill her with the dragon. Oh, Adversary is amazing draw. Okay. Honestly, Adversary is way better draw than the other play. So, right now we try to overwhelm with the going white, and I think we should be doing it. But we need to think about the attacks very well. We also need to block in case he attacks, and we cannot block with Adversary. So Brute trades perfectly, so he doesn't need the counter right now. I really want to get rid of the Emperor, that's his last piece of value. I think we go for the Usher. So this for sure. I honestly don't think he will block this. So this goes here and this goes here. If he attacks, let's say he doesn't block at all, then he has 3, 4 and 8, and then we need to block with Aspirant, so I think this guy should stay. Yeah, not the best ones, but I think, yeah, I think even with the Brute he wouldn't block, but I really want to make sure that she dies this turn. And Legion Angel, it's fine, but it's a bit slow, and we have Lifelinker. Okay, that's so good draw, such a good draw. Oh, but we are on the daytime, on the nighttime, so maybe not. We have Double Cave though, and Double Cave is really great right now. If we attack with Brute, he might double block it. With Aspirant counter, it's 6 damage. Okay, if he triple blocks it, we can still trade very well. So, to combat, counter here, let's attack, and I think we should attack with both Ushers. Not sure about Adversary, it's our main guy right now. And this trades very poorly with Adeline. And we can double boast. And keep the spell for the next turn maybe. Yeah, we can block the Legion Angel with the Cave. And every token that we'll make is... Oh no, but if we block it... He has the Cave as well. If he attacks with Legion Angel and the Cave, we are pretty screwed. So I think we cannot really use boast. Oh man, that's not great. That was big plan, part of our plan. Okay, but this is very good for us. It means that we can attack with Adversary next turn. So he cannot kill us this turn, I believe. He traded everything on board. And we also have Brutal Cathar next turn, possibly. If we double spell, we can remove 2 creatures. I think we should have this game, unless he has some weird battle trick that we didn't think of. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Win condition. He double spelled. I'm not sure if he realized it. Oh man. I'm not sure if he realized it. We can even allow this attack, to be honest. It might be very worthwhile. So what exactly are we doing next turn? We are attacking with Adversary, removing the Legion Angel, and we also might have the... Yeah, we will have the Brutal Cathar as well. But if he switched the daytime, we don't need so much mana then. And by the way, our creature is way better. Okay, enemy had such insane draw, it's sick, but we managed to outplay him anyway. It's 13 damage. Sure. Get wrecked, bro. I cannot believe we really won this. Lifelinker. Yeah, but you misplayed hard. The only reason we won is that we played better, honestly. Oh man, if we draw, this hand is pretty decent. If we miss the land drop, well, I guess we get new creatures, but we can hit 3 drops as well. Double Adeline is pretty much mulligan to 6. Enemy is Dark Gold, which is pretty awesome. So what, we start with Aspirant and try to go through with Adeline, then use Adversary and Elite Spellbinder. It's so tempting to fish for the perfect hand, but let's be responsible. I hope we can pull it out somehow. Okay, please land. Where were you last turn? Okay, let's keep the Aspirant going. So it will keep buffing itself at least. I really need the third land for the Adeline, that's one of the big things. And of course we missed it. Okay, we have at least double play, but it's getting very scary very quickly. And we don't have Cathar for his big 4-drop. I'm not loving missing this third land. That sucks so much. Aspirant is pretty much the only thing that keeps us going. Enemy doesn't have Blizzard Grower at least, so we can keep buffing, and Initiate will keep growing as well, which is pretty decent. Troll Warrior. Okay, that's something. But one turn too late. This is one turn too late, so we can buff it to 4. If enemy... Not sure if the enemy wants to trade. I think we should go extremely ham. Adversary and the tokens is what we need to do. Do we attack with everything? This goes for sure. And this trades. So we need to go full aggression. Always first for the Adeline. So the training is always a bit more likely to trigger. Or you can just think about the numbers, but as a general rule, that's how you want to do it. Hard choice, both for us and for the enemy. He can get free trades and allow a lot of damage. But he wants something big for the Blizzard Bow to kill Adeline, and then we have the new one. Okay, I think that's good for us, honestly. We want to keep the amount of creatures low, and Adeline will make sure that we have new creatures. We will see what exactly he will play. We don't have great plays next turn. Elite Spellbinder is meh. Ha! Very interesting choice. I'm not really sure if that was a good one. Enemy doesn't have mana. So he might trade with Adeline and then we play the next one. Huh. But if not, he will trade with this guy. And he will get the free trigger. For the record, I'm not loving this at all. But whatever he does, we can, for example, get Brutal Cathar next turn and remove it, and it's 2-turn lethal. So I think we just go aggressive. And new token, always like this. 4/4. And our initiate starts to be bigger and bigger, and we can remove the unnatural growth if it makes a big difference. But so far it's not great. Blizzard Brawl does nothing. Okay, now it does something. But he doesn't have it, and he draws, which is pretty horrible in his situation. I think we just won. The best block he can do is Adeline. And it won't be enough. My friend, you have just lost. I think he played poorly. I think his blocks with the Aspirant weren't great. We should do some, like, I think he shouldn't block and try to get Blizzard Bro or something else. And playing a natural growth with 1/2/2 creature on the board seems super horrible. So we pretty much pay 5 mana for 2 power on the board. Okay. If we get Aspirant going, that's definitely good. Think Tank. I like you, man. I like you, man. If you watch, subscribe. You are the kind of guy we like. And with this sneak, the guy can think for 20 minutes and I will be happy. He seemed to get disconnected because he has basic avatar. Thalia? Thalia seems pretty good as well, but this is deck for the Midhook Massacre, and for this reason we will pump this. You know, you gotta pump those numbers up. So basically we try to raise the Midhook Massacre so he can never play it. Okay. So let's think. No Deadly Dispute. We don't play Thalia. And he cannot kill anything really. So let's do the thing. And training, so freaking amazing. He cannot Deadly Dispute, and if this dies, he will get a treasure. So he will have 2 mana, but nothing to do with it. I really hope he blocks. I'm praying that he blocks right now. Yes. Yes. We can kill him, but let's be honest, it doesn't change anything really. Yes. And first, you want to play Thalia. So right now he doesn't have any capability to do anything. And yes, we are a bit vulnerable on the Midhook Massacre. But if he plays it now, he doesn't have it for later and our 2 biggest creatures survive. Okay, sure. Oh man, oh man. We can just buff everything. And honestly, it's just better. Why wouldn't we freaking buff everything? Look at this. That's the draw. Okay, so this is 3/4, 4/5. Let's go with the biggest guys. So we have this surviving, the Midhook Massacre. Yep. Okay, I think this game is ours. He doesn't have the Snowland, so no blood in the snow. And yeah, it's still far from now. I think we'll won, guys. And I think he will scoop this turn, because he has all the data. So now he needs to think about all possibilities. You know, go into Think Tank D. Not E, not C. The Think Tank D. The best one. And yeah, then he calculates that there's nothing he can do and he will scoop. Exactly. One more game, baby. Okay. As every single time we are fighting for Mythic. And it was a fight. It is a fight. We are going second. But this hand has some potential. It's not great, but I will take it. It's good enough that it has a little bit of everything. Enemy mulligan. Wow. And we are fighting against this card. Honestly, I think this card is pretty cool. But you need to think about making deck around it a bit. And I'm not a thinker, you know. Okay, first serious decision. This will swing for 2, but we probably want him to equip first. And he won't be discard. Okay, so he will discard pretty quickly. He plays the land, he has 3 cards. He can cycle them, but he probably don't want to cycle it, so he will do it next turn. And next turn we can play Brutal Cathar. So we are not attacking. This doesn't have very good abilities, so he won't get anything by losing it. Okay, Boros. My arch enemy. And the Snarl. Enemy is a Snarl player. So we are fighting for our Mythic future. Luminarch Aspirant. Pretty good card. But Enemy doesn't know that we are waiting with our removal. So, jokes aside, we don't attack, don't block. So, this card must be pretty good, or he wanted the creature. First, I don't want to mess it up. We should win this game. And I will going into Think Tank as much as possible to get this Mythic. It's our placement, guys. We cannot screw it up. So, we attack for 4 damage. Then we go Brutal Cathar and get rid of the Helm. Very good. No blocks. That's good. And let's start the Brutal Cathar chain. I fear for a removal, to be honest. He can equip Aspirant and swing for 4, but we can get rid of it very easily, and like we can even use this as a nighttime play during his turn. So we have options, and the enemy has only 2 cards. Dancing Sword. +2/+1. We will be reading this stuff. I have no idea what it does. I remember it creates, I think, a token that's a source, something like this. 2 mana, equipped creature gets +2/+1. We also need to think about the counters. I think we're killing this, but let's think. When enemy equipped creature dies, you may create a 2/1 construct with flying and ward. If you do, it isn't an equipment. But then he loses this. So I think, so we kill it. Then it's 2/1, and we attack with both of them. Honestly, that's not super great. And we can remove it later, I think. You know what? Let's go into... Okay, I think enemy cannot really beat the night mode from our side. Also, he cannot really attack easily against First Strike. Of course, with Aspirant, he will make a counter, so it will be 5/4, but... Yeah, why is this mana, baby? And something happened. Okay. He will make a counter. So he has a huge dude. Nice, he didn't attack. So now he cannot play anything. He will draw a card. And you know what? If we draw a land, we can double spell. Which might be pretty good. He cannot attack because we have Thalia and the Brute. Both have First Strike. I don't think we should be so greedy. But man, if we switch the Brute, it's better, but we can swing for a lot of damage. Let's not overthink it. Enemy gets a card, but we are so ahead. Yes! Yes, we did it, baby! So many hours of playing and we finally hit Mythic. And that's the moment. And honestly, I'm first time in Mythic because I never played so much with like competitive decks. And here we go. Mono white, Mythic, one extremely long day, and I'm so tired, guys. I've been playing for like over, I think, 10 hours or something like this, and I've been hanging on the last game to Mythic like 3 or 4 times, and I just were losing, and then we went into next win, and then we were losing, and next win. I've been playing this for 1 or more hours like this. So, if you like this, please subscribe. I really spent half of my weekend doing these games. And yeah, for everyone watching, like, honestly, Mythic doesn't mean extremely much. You probably will hit Mythic if you play decent and get a tournament deck. So for everyone watching, just have fun with Magic. That's the main point. But yeah, it's nice to hit Mythic, and really thank you for everyone that's watching until now. Like, it means a lot to me. And if you like the video, just like, subscribe, say it was cool. Even such a short comment really matters a lot to me. And thank you for watching. And if you want to hit Mythic in one day, just get this deck, mono white aggro, and you can have Mythic in one day of hard work. So thank you a lot, and yeah, have a nice day, bros.